But I'm saying Nigerians have welcomed this coalition or the ADC because of the presence of Mr. Peter Obi there. Somebody they consider as different. Southern presidency for 8 years, for me, is sacrosanct. It's something that cannot be jeopardized. It's something that must be abided by. And so for any serious opposition that wants to challenge the incumbent President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who is from the South, that such a party, it will be in its own interest to field a Southern candidate. And since an aspirant like Peter Obi has come out to say clearly and in bold relief that I will run for just one time because I also respect zoning. And he didn't just say it, he made a proposition to the coalition he's just joined, the ADC, in that respect. And he has also granted an interview where he was seen in colors, saying, I will run for only one term. And one term is enough for me to reposition the country. I may not achieve everything I want to achieve, but I'm willing to sacrifice my privilege and right in the interest of national unity because I believe that by 2031, the presidency should be returning for the North. That was quite thoughtful. That was quite ingenious of him. That was quite patriotic, if you ask me, to have stated this clearly. Meaning, I believe I will run, but I'm not unaware of the peculiarity of the power dynamics in Nigeria. So I'm not going to live in denial of that. So I'm stating it often that I want to run, but I will run for only one time if given the opportunity. So I want to put that the ADC, if they are serious about taking power from the president, must. If this story is, I don't know how true this story is, but this is something for them to pick up and read. And this, for me, what you see on the front page of the pilot, somehow is in sync with public perception, public opinion, and the expectation from this party, particularly as it concerns zoning of the presidency. By now, I should have expected that. The coalition should have known, again, that time and events throw up certain kind of peculiarities in both aspirations, candidacy, and political party management. If you look at the ADC has gained traction, surprisingly, not because of the, in spite of the assemblage of men of yesteryears that are largely uninspiring, people that you can't even follow, you can't even line up behind, including, of course, the chairman of the ADC, the former Senate President David Mark, including the pro tem National Secretary. When you look at the ADC and the structure as currently constituted, it's uninspiring. You could as well go to sleep and say, let them work it out by themselves, and whoever defeats the other, so be it. But something changed when Obi stepped into that hall that day and identified with the coalition. The support the coalition is getting today, which is actually substantial, I must tell you this, surprisingly. I didn't give this coalition a chance, but I can tell that from the feelings of getting on the ground, a lot of people are now gravitating towards the coalition and are waiting with bated breath to see what they will come up with in the next.
When you say people, who are we referring to?
Nigerians who have been yearning for an alternative to what they have currently. There was this fear that Nigeria was lying to a one-party state because of the demands of the PDP and the disarray in the Labour Party. So this is like a halt to that slide, and Nigerians have welcomed it. But I'm saying Nigerians have welcomed this coalition or the ADC because of the presence of Mr. Peter Obi there. Somebody they consider as different, and somebody whose conduct really is a bit different from the norm, really. I mean, let's give it to him. Now, I would expect that this party will leverage on that and take advantage of that to dig into the plow of people power, to harvest people power on their side. Because what a political party needs in opposition is people power. With people power, it will defy all forms of electoral subterfuge instigated by the incumbent. Because the people themselves that are going to send to do this are with the opposition because of the vast, armory of people power. So I'm expecting them to utilize the golden ball of opposition of some sort. The same way, the same coalition makes of President Muhammadu Buhari to come to power. And most importantly, let me say this clearly. The ADC must understand that Nigerians across board will not want a northern presidency to abridge down of the South before 2031.
I think so.
Let me say this ahead without any fear of contradiction going to the future. I said it before the PDP elections too. By this time, Atiku should become a statesman. Atiku should mobilize the North within his own sphere of influence to back Peter Obi for the ticket of the South for two reasons. Apart from the fact that Peter Obi is popular ahead of even the convention of ADC, very popular. Peter Obi comes from the southeast, a zone that has shown Atiku enormous love and the PDP by extension since 1998. A zone that the party that it has supported since 1998 consistently, but have not been given that opportunity to present a presidential candidate on that platform. I think it's an embarrassment on the PDP. And since Atiku has moved to the ADC, he should not go in there and ensure this to redeem his own image. What I cannot say here today is I don't know if Atiku will lose if he runs. You know, the last time I predicted that he was going to lose if he runs. I don't know whether he will lose, but there's something about what is called Pyrrhic victory. You should not want to grow up in a country that is dominated by the Muslim North, neither do want to grow up in one that is dominated by the Christian South. There has to be equity, fairness, and justice because there must be in Nigeria before Atiku can rule over it.
If you are following Avalanche Media, you will know that I have been echoing these things ever since they started talking about this coalition, ever since the unveiling of this coalition. And now we have a seasoned journalist, Majid Dahuru, echoing my opinion. Maybe he follows my channel, and maybe everything he said in that video that he got that opinion from watching videos on my channel. I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. Majid Dahuru is a seasoned public affairs analyst. I've known him as way back as 2022. I remember when PDP wanted to conduct her primaries leading to the 2023 presidential election. Majid Dahuru wrote an article titled PDP and Selling Against the Wind. In that article, he advised the PDP to zone their tickets to the southeast and give Mr. Peter Obi the presidential ticket. He told PDP to listen to the pulse of the people, to listen to the feelers, to listen to what the people want and give Mr. Peter Obi the presidential ticket. He said Peter Obi is the only chance of PDP redemption, that if PDP fail to give Mr. Peter Obi the presidential ticket, PDP will explode. That will be the end and the death of PDP. He wrote that article in 2022. What is happening to PDP today after they failed to give Mr. Peter Obi ticket? In fact, their failure to give Mr. Peter Obi the ticket was what led to Mr. Peter Obi leaving the PDP and going to the Labour Party. And that move of Mr. Peter Obi has made him to become one of the most sought after political leaders in Nigeria, the biggest opposition politician in Nigeria. And now we are back again, 2 years to an election. The same thing we had in 2022 is what we're having in 2025, and his thought pattern has not changed. He's advising ADC, if you want to do the right thing, give Mr. Peter Obi the ticket. And this is what I've been saying over time. If the people behind this coalition are very serious about taking power away from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if they really want to hoist Bola Ahmed Tinubu out in office in 2027, they don't have any choice but to make Mr. Peter Obi the presidential flag bearer. And they must do this unanimously. They must come to an agreement. This is very easy to see. Just like Majid Dahuru said, it is because of the presence of Mr. Peter Obi that make the difference in that ADC. Look at everyone in that ADC. Atiku Abubakar, Rauf Arebeshola, Malam Nasi El-Rufai, David Mark, Rotimi Amechi, and others. Do they really have the clout? Do they really have the popularity? Do they really have the national appeal to generate all this buzz and enthusiasm of a new coalition? Absolutely not. None of them has that nationwide appeal. The reason why people are talking about ADC, the reason why people are happy about ADC, the reason for the momentum about ADC is because of the presence of Mr. Peter Obi. People were not taking this coalition serious until Mr. Peter Obi stepped his foot in that coalition hall, until Mr. Peter Obi announced that he is part of that coalition. Ever since Mr. Peter Obi said he's part of that coalition has been the most talked about political party in Nigeria. Even the presidency is scared. It is all about Mr. Peter Obi because he's different. He's different from every other person in that hall. Aside Mr. Peter Obi being different, aside him being the biggest opposition politician in Nigeria, the ADC must respect that zoning pattern. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Southerner and he has ruled for 2 years. In 2027, he will complete 4 years. Of course, Nigerians want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to go. They need a change of power. They need something fresh. For you to replace Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you must respect that zoning pattern. You must give that presidential ticket to a Southerner. And Mr. Peter Obi has made everything easy for them. He has told them, I am going to rule for just 4 years. Once I'm done, power will return back to the north in 2031. Mr. Peter Obi has made it very easy for them. So if they are really sure that they want to win the 2027 presidential election, Peter Obi should be the presidential flag bearer. And of course, Peter Obi has made it known that he has not left the Labour Party. He's seen the Labour Party and seen the ADC. If they play any game, Mr. Peter Obi is going to dump that ADC and go back to his Labour Party and contest election in that Labour Party. And the moment Mr. Peter Obi withdraw from that ADC, that will be the death of the enthusiasm and the momentum that the ADC has generated so far. We have seen a lot of persons, especially from the Atiku Abubakar camp, saying if Mr. Peter Obi wants to win a presidential election, then he should be ready to contest the primary. That means they want to conduct a primary in ADC. No, sir. Mr. Peter Obi is not going to contest any primaries with Atiku Abubakar. You saw the revelation by Dele Momodu. How Nyesom Wike spent $30,000 in the last PDP primaries in 2022. We are talking about the same primaries that Atiku Abubakar emerged as the winner. If Nyesom Wike could spend $30,000 on each delegate, how much do you think Atiku Abubakar spent on each delegate for him to emerge as the winner in that primary? So if you are conducting a primary in ADC that is involving Atiku Abubakar, you will definitely show that you are contesting against a money bag. Is that the kind of primary you want Mr. Peter Obi to go and contest in? No, Mr. Peter Obi will not be part and parcel of that primary. If they make any mistake of throwing the ticket open for everyone to come and contest, that will be the end of Mr. Peter Obi being part of that ADC, and he will definitely leave with his obedience movement and contest under the Labour Party. So if the ADC and the people behind this coalition are very serious about reclaiming power away from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and this is not just about reclaiming power, it is about saving Nigeria, because Nigeria is facing an existential threat. It is about saving the life of Nigerians that have experienced inflation, that have experienced poverty, insecurity. It is about salvaging the situation. It's about saving this country from collapse. And the only person in that ADC that has the capability to do all of this is Mr. Peter Obi. So they should make no mistake, because Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are seeing how they are prepared regarding challenging Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Any mistake from them, that will be the end of this coalition. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.